Sometimes recipes call for the zest of a citrus fruit, but if you zest the fruit wrong, it actually could ruin the taste of your dish.
No, that's true. So we're joined by Chef Bill Collins, chefbill.com. We're doing chef secrets, and it's zesting 101.
Absolutely, because actually you've got zesting and you've got grating. And the difference is not that much of a difference. So a lot of times people use the term interchangeably, and zesting specifically refers to the zest on citrus, orange, lemons, limes, but you can use the same tools for so many different things. So why don't we jump into some citrus zesting?
Shall we?
Jump into it.
Absolutely. So now underneath you've got the green of the limes and the yellow lemons and the oranges. You've got a little white layer. That's called the pith. And that's what the bitter part is. And so all the great flavor that you have is here in the outer skin. So you don't want to go right down to the white part. So that's why these graters, these zesters, the brand name is Microplane, but they're all a bunch of different ones. And Microplanes become like Kleenex. People say, oh, give me the Microplane, but there are all kinds of very good ones out there.
Yeah.
Exactly. So the great thing about these is, no pun intended, the great thing. The great thing about these is that these are much. Yeah, sorry, I had to do that. The great thing is that these, the box grater is sharp. A microplane is sharper. And so the thing about these is it's not sharp enough, so you have to keep rubbing down here to get the sharp parts into the zest. And if you rub too much, you get to the pith. With these, they're so sharp, just one go round, one swipe will get you.
And so this way you're getting no pith.
Exactly.
You're not struggling to get a little bit of zest.
And
Look at all that.
Exactly. And you can see how you can taste it, how vibrant it is, and how colorful it is. But that's where the flavor comes from.
Well, what's the thing with the zest, too? You're getting the essential oils. Is that pretty much what it is when you have the skin of a fruit?
The short answer is yes.
Okay.
And there's so much going on with it because that's where the oomphy flavor is. You're absolutely right. Because a lot of times, if say you say, why not just put lemon juice on there? What does it matter? Well, as you say, the essential oils, you're getting a pure lemon flavor, not the acidity and the bite of lemon juice. So I put this on top of green beans or asparagus, and it just gives it a different flavor. If you just squirt lemon juice on, you get that plus the bitterness. So that's why this is the better way to go.
Now, we all know we need to wash our fruit, but you know, with a lemon, a lot of times if you're not zesting it, you don't have to because you're just using the juice inside, right?
Exactly.
But in this case, you want to make sure you really do scrub it down, right?
Well, give it a good bit of a rinse, because the thing about scrubbing it down is there's so many schools of thought on how you handle produce that isn't organic, because just rinsing it off, is that going to get all the things off that were sprayed onto it? So you could really go so many different directions with that. So I just give it a bit of a rinse and hope for the best.
Okay.
So that's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is with, it's called a channel knife. And so you can see that you can do little strips.
That seems more difficult, though.
It is more difficult, but sometimes you want that look. And so you can just put that over a salad or over something else, and it gives you a nice little decorative look. Or the channel part here is you can also do thicker strips like that.
Oh, and you see these on cocktails sometimes, too.
Exactly. Now, the thing is, this goes deeper and you get the pith, so that's not as entertaining for you. However, this can also, doesn't that smell great?
Oh, it just smells so good.
When you slice it down, you get the more of a decoration.
Very decorative.
If you were to slice it, so then you get that cut into there. Now, also, so that is the zesting part, but also when you look at these just as graters, for instance, I want to take this off, off that little bit, Parmesan cheese. This is absolutely the best way to go, because as we all know, you don't want to get your Parmesan from a green shaky can.
That's true.
Right.
And
I've learned that from Chef Bill.
And so you can do it that way, or you can take a slightly bigger one and you get some more shreds.
And that, it's like butter it's going through that thing.
Good. I
Exactly.
What about ginger?
Ginger, I like to use this for ginger. I've already peeled this ginger, is because it spreads the flavor more. Because you see, give it a little, and you see how vibrant it is.
Yeah.
Exactly, and so it spreads out more. So when I make my barbecue sauce, which I make with ginger, instead of little chunks of it, it spreads it out more surface area, and it just goes throughout the sauce more without getting little chunks of it.
So we've had our appetizers, we've had our dinner. Shall we go for dessert?
Absolutely, because say you make a nice, for instance, a pot de creme, a baked chocolate custard. It's in a little cup, and you make some freshly whipped cream on top.
Oh, well, one day I will do that.
That'll be the next one. But the thing is, I used to put just some raspberries on top. And I thought, well, that looks okay. And then it dawned on me, why not take some chocolate and just, you can make a nice little, that's right, Seth, you don't want to waste anything. And so you can see how you can make, especially on a white background, how you can make as much of a design as you want.
So easy to do with that tool.
It is. So with the microplane, with the zesters, with whatever brand you go with, that's a great way to get a small amount, both for make a garnish to make the plate prettier, but also to add the flavor. So it really gives you the benefits of that.
Oh, I love that. I just want to eat chocolate. Now, really quickly, what's the potato? How do we use
With the
that
potato,
for
you
grating?
I do use the box grater for larger shreds. Sometimes potatoes, if you're making home fries, shredding carrots or shredding cheese, like when we make mac and cheese. So really just like that.
So these tools are pretty much must-haves in your kitchen.
Easy.
I think so. See, and you get the perfect shreds like that.
Chef Bill, love it.
It's so easy. Every
is
home
easy.
should have some.
Thanks
now
so much for
I
joining
want to
us.
eat some zested fruit and some shaved Parmesan.
Well, you eat that, and if you want to see more Chef Secrets, just tune in next week, because Chef Bill is always here, and if you want to copy these recipes, are you okay there? Just put a lot of cheese in your mouth.
Yeah, it's
I'm
both of you.
She's got cheese everywhere. Just head to our website, mymassappeal.com, later today.
Can we get a close-up of that?
We don't